Just a second, let me set this up. How's everyone doing? Okay, one more second here. Very good, thanks Ed. And what else do I need to do? Do I need to show questions? Because I can. Okay, good afternoon everyone, it's Simon. Started as a futuresfx.ca, and now we have the traderinstitute.com. The traderinstitute.com is a continuation of many projects. This traderinstitute.com is an idea that was forming back in June of 2005. Some of you who follow me know there was some delays in this process, but finally back in April, May, we launched. The idea is the same. The trading methodology that we have, it's the same. Nothing changed. But we added some value, such as trading options, CFDs, Forex, etc. If you go to the website, I highly encourage you to go to the website. There are a lot of information that you can benefit from. But maybe Dimitri could give us this information or send this information to everybody as we go. To contact us, just click on contact and you'll find us there. The team is going to be myself. I run the morning session, normally 8 a.m. Eastern start through noon, and then we take a break. We start again at 1 o'clock. But summer hours are different. Now we start at 9 a.m. And then we have Jay that runs the Asian session. He's also with me during the morning session, but Jay is specialized in education and preparing the students during the Asian session, which is 7:30 p.m. Eastern to 9:30. And we have Eugene, who is specialized in options. He actually takes my calls, my directional calls, every day when we get into the room. I do a top-down analysis. In a lot of days, we will find the top of the day. Somebody today was saying that people are looking for tops and bottoms, and it's impossible. I think one of the presenters, he's right. It's impossible, but it's possible if you see the volume that is associated with it. And again, the volume is something that you need to understand in order. So what Eugene does, I call it the top of the day or for the session, and then he will call it as an options trade for those who cannot trade it in the futures. They will use it in the options. It's safer, it's easier for them. And Eugene, that's what he does. He also helps Jay in the Asian session, educating the students and helping them. I want you to go through the website, please, and I will start the interesting stuff. But before anything, if you go to the education part here, please do me a favor and do yourself a favor. There are two videos I want you to, they are not mine. They are not mine. They were presented to us by somebody. And these videos are very important to watch. One of them, if you scroll down, this is called Adult ADD and How It Manifests Itself in Trading. Now, today I'm in here to try and benefit some of you if anybody's interested. If you are not getting married today, and I really mean it, you need to watch this video. Adult ADD and How It Manifests Itself in Traders. It's important. It changed my life, and not only in trading, but also it touched on my life when it comes to dealing with my kids, with my wife, etc. And recently, that's me. Yes, thank you. Exactly. Recently, Dr. Kenneth Reed gave us another webinar 2 weeks ago, actually less than 2 weeks ago, last week, about some issues called the mistakes, one mistake all losing traders make and how to avoid it. So these two videos, please watch them. They're important. So without further ado, let me show you simply how we trade. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. I'll give you an example. First of all, I'll show you my chart and show you what we do and how we trade. For example, this is a chart for one of our instruments that we trade, which is the YM, the Dow. Do you see the volume associated with it, the market volume profile on the side? Do you see how it works? It's not your typical volume profile. It's basically the printed on the side. We call it on screen. So when you look at your screen, and if you look at one leg of volume profile, this is one leg. We say one swing. You will see this much volume associated with it. You bring more legs in, more swings in, you see more volume associated with it. So whatever you have on screen, it's printed on the side. This information you can go and use daily. See, this is the daily. You use 60 minutes. This is 60 minutes. You use 1597 tick chart. So you can use small frames and big frames. And this is only on YM, for example. What I do on big frames, we anticipate the market. I am talking about a methodology now. We're not talking about what instrument we're trading, because you can trade the same methodology using all instruments, and we've been proving it day in, day out. We anticipate the market, and then we confirm, and then we execute. The ACE strategy, this is something I developed back in 2004. In fact, I have students that are with me. They join me since 2004. They come to my room, okay? And to be very simple and specific, let me show you how the market works in terms of volume and how we can benefit from it. And before I do that, I'll give you an example. Today, I was able to find tops. Somebody said it's hard. It is hard. He's right. It is hard. But today, and the video is available, by the way. I'm not making this up. You can ask me. I can send you the entire session's video. I don't have a problem with that. So you know I'm not making this up. Entire session video without any cutting, any editing. And today I had about 100 people with me in the room as a trial. Today was Tuesday, so we had a trial session. Today, I said this bubble here is going to be the top of the day. This was on NASDAQ. This bubble here was the top of the day. The top of the session when it happened. Okay, see what happened? Okay, that was it. On YM, I said, and in YM, in fact, I took that trade this morning. I said, this bubble is the top of the session. Okay, boom. I took it and I exited. And the video, again, it shows in the video too. I exited at around this purple box. And I said, guys, you know, I'm exiting around the box, although I was looking for a bigger move, double the size move. But I said, I'm exiting this trade, and I'm exiting not randomly, because I saw something else coming up. And this is what's happening now. It's coming. It went back up. See the arrow? Also, from half hour before this happened, today, look at the euro. Half hour before this happened, I said, and of course somebody else spotted, one of my students, he said, Simon, what do you think I'm seeing? He actually in the room, he says, Simon, do you see what I'm seeing? I looked at the euro, he was talking about the euro. I said, yes, the euro was around 1 point here, 1.14, 1.1202. I said, yes, I see the rejection at 1.10. Rejection at 1.10. I put a line and it rejected it right from the bottom. You see this? This was, it's not, I didn't do it now, it was made this morning, half hour before the rejection happened. So how do I know this? How do I find this out? Of course, some of you will say, okay, this doesn't make sense, you know, this is the guy making things up. No, I was in the room and I traded in front of everybody, and some of you probably in the room with me, they were in the room with me, so I would look stupid if I'm making this up. Here's how the market works. If you look at volume profile, the way I'm teaching, the way I dissected the volume profile, and I presented to you as the simplest form for you to understand it. This is how it works. When the market goes up and down, it will build certain values of volume profile. And these values of volume profile, we put them into two different categories. We call them continuations, and we call them rejections. So the square ones, or rectangles, we call them continuations. These ones, we call them rejections. And it is as easy as that if you understand volume profile. If you see the way I explain it, the way I teach it. Now, if you don't see this, don't panic. It means there's no trade. And that's what happened maybe throughout May. There wasn't a lot of trading if you wanted quick trades. So I was concentrating on Forex, swings, and CFDs. Now, from this word rejection, from this R, rejection, what do you understand? You understand there's a rejection here. And from the C, continuation, you understand there's a continuation. And there's another continuation. You see it's a different shape continuation. This is fat, this is skinny. Doesn't matter. It's still a continuation. And there's another rejection here. So now my question to you, here is the area, and you see this area is very strong rejection. This area is a very strong rejection. Again, this is not something I'm pulling out of my pocket. This is what you see in the volume. And this is, you're looking at this rejection from a very broad perspective, which is the daily chart. And let me show you. For example, looking at ES, a daily chart on ES. This is a daily chart on ES. Maybe you will not understand this if you did not take my courses, but we understand it. So let's assume that you spotted a big rejection on a big chart here. Why don't you think this could be the top of the day? And that's exactly how, in a lot of cases, we are able to spot the tops of the days. Sometimes that top of the day will maybe poke a couple of ticks higher, lower, but eventually look at your rejection and look at the continuation. Let's assume that you spotted that big rejection and you took a short. Is there any reason for you to exit after 5 ticks? No. Is there a reason for you not to continue all the way to the next rejection? No. You continue. You're going to milk it all the way down. That's part of what you will learn. Of course, not everything rosy and beautiful. Sometimes this continuation will have multiple sections. If you look at a smaller frame, let's say you dissect the daily and look at the hourly, this area will present itself as multiple levels of rejections inside. We call them hiccups within a block of continuation. Okay, so that way you can basically move your stop loss accordingly. You can take profits. You can scale out. Okay, I can't. There are details, Alan, I don't give away because I simplified it in a way that it will not take you more than 2 weeks to understand the methodology. And the membership that I have is basically it's basically for life mostly. So you will learn and you will be with me day in, day out, and you have a full members area that I can offer. So, hey Zach, excellent, very good. So let me give you an example of how would you understand this trade, how the market, how I trade day in, day out. Excuse me. So, who here trades using technical indicators? Anybody? Fibonacci. Anybody trades Fibonacci numbers? Okay, very good. Let's assume that you have a downtrend. By the way, downtrend, uptrend, these are words that we don't use. Higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows. These things we don't use because, and I will explain to you, downtrend, uptrend is something relative to the volume. You can spot a downtrend without waiting for it to start giving you lower lows. The market is coming down. Some of you will say, I want to go short, but I want to see a retracement. So they will measure this leg. They will measure this leg, okay, of movement down. They will say, I want to go long, when the market retraces 50%. Who likes 50% retracement? I have a reason for doing this, so please help me out. You'll understand how simple the methodology is. It takes patience, that's all, but it's very simple. Some of you will say, no, 50%, I tried it before, I got stopped out often. I will try 62%. And some of you will say, but often the market comes to 38%. Some of you will say, no, but you know what? There is also the 79% retracement, which is because I was a king of Fibonacci in the past. But then once you apply it to profile, you will see the difference. So now the market started retracing. Sorry. Now the market started retracing, going up. You're looking for a short. Which one of these you think is going to hold? Yeah. Which one of these exactly? Which one of these you think is going to hold? You only can guess. You only can guess. You never know. So now, this is how my students and I see this. When the market moved down, it created a continuation, or it created something on the side, volume profile, such as this one. It's very slow. Such as this one. So this one gave me the market, or the volume was constructed like this. Continuation, rejection, continuation, on top of. Now this is continuation. So the market once goes in it, it's a continuation. This is the rejection, and this is continuation. Now, are you going to take a trade at the blue line? Short? No. Thank you. Are you going to take a trade here at the red line? No. Are you going to take a trade here? Long, right? You're going to take a trade long because this is rejection. Although it's a second touch, but I like it, especially today. This is what we did, Zach actually is the person who actually saw this. It's a second touch on Euro. This morning, it's a second touch. If you look at the history, it's a second touch on Euro. We took it, right? Beautiful. Or it was clear. So let's assume, forget about this. That was a test. So are you going to take a trade here? You said no. Are you going to wait for this, for the 68%? Or are you going to take a trade here? Somebody's mic is on. Yes, you are going to take a trade here. Why? Because it's a rejection. Somebody's mic, bless you, somebody's mic is on, folks. Okay, so you're going to take a short from here. Now, here's the other thing is, are you going to have a stop loss here, random stop at the green line, or here? Is this your stop loss? Or you think the best stop loss is going to be the blue here? Where's your stop? Blue. Because as soon as the blue is taken, it's going to continue. It's continuation. And believe it or not, this is how easy it is. It just takes patience to see these setups. And it happens. It doesn't happen every minute. It happens 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. Today, we had this happen to us a few times, including this trade that I see here on Euro US, which is 6E, same time. If you're trading futures, that's gonna, and this is a target, 1.16, 1.106. It happened today on Nasdaq. It happened today on YM, the bubble here, etc. Okay, so this is how easy it is if you see it. Now, my students, take away profile from them and tell them go trade. They wouldn't be able to, because nothing will make sense anymore. It will be gambling. You can't. Thank you, Zakaria. You can't. Not only you, I mean everybody who trades with me. If you take away the profile, they will be literally disabled, because profile tells you exactly how the market moves, where the market is going, your profit targets, etc. Now, I also have other tools, including the price magnet indicator that Renee mentioned. And let's say, for example, the market just moved now. Oh, by the way, this bubble that you saw was my afternoon. I said it's going to go short this afternoon when we closed the room. And you see how many times it touched it and came back down. The bubble was here. The box, sorry. The box was here. This was the box. Touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It kept coming back down. And then it broke it. Now, the price magnet is here. You see how the market just created a price magnet right now? This is a magnet. It's created from the tape or the bid and ask ladder inside the chart. Yes, I can see profile in Forex. Yes, okay, very clearly. As you see, this is Euro US. This is pound yen. Pound yen we were short since Friday from 141.5. This line, it gave us 300 ticks, and this is pound yen. See the arrow? This was the short, and this is the profile on pound yen. This is profile on Euro US. Okay, here. See it? We trade 8 a.m. normal, but in the summertime I start at 9. I want to spend some time with my kids and maybe stay up with them sometimes, etc. Overall, folks, if you're trading Forex, futures, options, stocks, ETFs, and CFDs, you need to learn this. You have to learn the volume profile. Otherwise, I can assure you, you're trading 50-50. Again, I'm not here to insult anybody. Really, I'm not. But I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I'm probably one of the few educators that still standing on their feet because of my methodology. It's very, very strong. Okay. So that what was the absolutely not for? Volume profile can be another tool. No, the volume profile is the tool. Believe me, I can prove it to you. Come to our open house as of August, because so far what we have been doing, we have been doing weekly presentations. But as of August, we will be doing one week. 1 week. Every week, sorry, let me focus. Every month, as of August, we're going to be giving you 1 week of trial. First week of the month will be trial. You can come in, see us, trade with us, ask questions. Okay? We used to do it once a week for the past many, many years. Every Tuesday was our trial. Now, when I started in 2000, I will answer some questions later, please. So when I started in 2004, 2005, 2006, I would use the tape, the volume, the bid and ask ladder. But then here's the thing: if you use the volume, the bid and ask ladder, which a lot of you probably are enthusiastic about, right? You would look at one bar. Okay, you would look at one bar. You look at the numbers. I am, and I was the king of these numbers. I discovered the price magnet phenomenon, which I still use. I discovered the capping. I discovered the point of control. I discovered a lot of things in the tape that I started teaching. But then it was not enough. And I'll show you why it's not enough. Bear with me. And let's be simple. When you look at volume, when you look at the tape, anybody here trades the tape? Anybody here trades the tape, the bid and ask ladder? He looks at it. Anybody? Spoofing. Okay. You and I agree on something. Price geometry. That's amazing. Yeah, price. Anything that with price associated with price and volume is amazing. I agree with you. Unless but let's assume some of the traders will use tape, and they will look at one bar of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and they will see numbers, and this is how they get sold on it anyway. They will see numbers. They will say, "Oh, these numbers, dark red. Let's go short. Dark green. Let's go long." But folks, it's one bar of 5 minutes. Here, this one bar of 5 minutes. Pay attention to this one bar 5 minutes. Just pay attention to it, okay? Keep your eye on it. Just keep an eye on this green bar. Now, this is the one green bar. Is this enough information for you really to put your money in? Is this enough volume to put your money into a trade? Do you know how hard we work for our money to put it in a trade just that gives us this much information? Audio test? Audio test? There is some. Okay. Now, look at the volume profile that is associated with the multiple legs. Do you see now how the picture is more clear? Again, you're smart. I don't need to dwell on it. You understand my position on volume profile and price. Okay? As of next month, we are going to be offering 1 week, as of August, 1 week trial. So please go to the website or send us an email. Let's add you, come and add yourself to our mailing list. You're going to be receiving 1 week, because we've been doing one day a week every Tuesday for the past many years. As of next month, we're going to do first week. So that will give you a chance to try us out, to learn, to understand if this is for you or not, and then join. The website is thetraderinstitute.com. Thetraderinstitute.com. Okay? If you don't join the trial, you also, if you're in my email list, you will get weekly projections. Every week, folks, I send my weekly projections to everybody on Sunday. On Sunday, I send my projections to everybody that is in my list. So Sunday, I'll tell you what I'm looking for next week. A lot of times they become very accurate to the tick. Sometimes the market it takes longer than others, but I give you my projections too. Here's the other thing that I want to emphasize on. Throughout my experience, throughout years of doing this, I start to realize that a lot of people have lost hope in trading. So they start looking for, they jump from a trade room to a trade room. They have given up on learning because whatever they learned so far, they somehow did not help them. However, if you don't learn, if you don't find that education, whether me or somebody else, maybe some of the good presenters here, you will keep jumping from a room to a room. My room offers you, my education offers you unlimited access to all 3 rooms, morning, afternoon, and evening. I don't have a problem calling trades. I'm calling trades, swings, and midterm trades. I used to be a scalp trader. I don't do it anymore. I don't like it anymore. Just too much stress. But you can trade within 3 ticks risk. You need to stop jumping. Not everybody, again, not everybody. Some of you are better than others. Some of you know how to trade. Some of you are already advanced. But I'm talking about those who are struggling. And I'm allowing myself to talk this way because I've been doing it for a long time, and I have a lot of followers, a lot of people who depend on that room to open to trade with me. You need to stop jumping from a room to a room. You need to stand and say, okay, it's time for me to learn this. I want to become an independent trader. Okay? If you join us, there is a full members area that is available to you. Look, everything is processed. Level 1, level 2, level 3 education. We have swing trades as well, whether Skype or here. Students communicate through the members area. Okay, this is very attractive, very nice, well-designed members area for everybody. We have tens of hours of education. Let's say mini market profile, the one that I teach. It has 10 hours of education and multiple videos that you can watch. All right. So the education is there. Besides education, what do you need? You need somebody to hold your hand and answer your questions daily. There will be a few hours, maybe a month, that I will not be able to answer your questions directly because maybe I'll have a trial on that week. But the afternoon session has no trial for that week. You can just ask questions in the afternoon. So you need somebody to basically walk the walk, talk the talk, and walk the walk. Same methodology that I'm teaching. I'm trading it in my own account. I'm trading it for myself. One other thing we added to this is trading. I trade now. I started trading as an investor. I started trading my portfolio. Now I'll tell you how I do that. Why do I do that? It's I'm very comfortable doing that, and actually very profitable doing that, and no stress. I started concentrating on longer-term trades. Also, I do sometimes scalps during the day, but I start concentrating on longer-term trades. I told you about rejections. If I find a rejection here, let's say on YM, which is the Dow, and I find a rejection, for example, here on ES, and then I found a rejection, for example, here on NASDAQ. Pay attention to this, please. And then I found a rejection on another instrument that was down here. The market was coming to it. And let's assume this is a pound yen. Pound yen. I don't do TF anymore because not too many people do it. I used to be the king of TF. I loved it. So pound yen, or pound yen. This is forex. So what I do in my basket, the market is coming to it. I'll take a short. Leave it. The YM might not reach it, but I'll take a short. I don't want to miss it. NASDAQ, it maybe passes it. I'll take a short. So I have 3 shorts here. The yen came down. I'm taking a long. This is a rejection. All these are rejections. I'm taking a long. So at the end of the day, these trades, not all of them will be giving me huge profits. Maybe the NASDAQ will give me the most, and ES maybe will give me some. YM maybe is hovering here, maybe a little bit. Maybe pound yen will be 0 or minus. But these trades also, I'm taking them on CFDs. CFDs. ES is SPX 500. SPX 500. See, Zach, exactly. SPX 500, I will take YM on US 30, which is same thing, and NQ, I'll take it on NAS 100. And this one, so at the end of the day, I'll have 6, 7 open positions. 4 of them are profitable, very nice. Maybe 2 of them are minus. Overall, I don't care about how many. I will care about the profit. I will say I will have maybe $2,000 profit. Between these 4, I'll just close my positions. That's much advanced. How do I determine? I explained that earlier. I explained earlier, and probably there will be a video available after this. You can watch it. The methodology that I'm using, it tells you exactly that. It tells you continuation versus rejection. If you don't know, you can always go to, if you don't know, if you missed it, you can always go to our website. Where do we have education? You might see a video about how we trade. There's always, or email us. We'll give you more details about how we trade. The magic of profile here. See that? Volume profile webinar right on the website. thetraderinstitute.com. thetraderinstitute.com. Dimitri, are you going to give them the information, please? The website. Also, email us or email us. Ask for our handout. We can give you a handout about volume profile. All right. So what you get with us, you get tens of hours of education. You will get 3 instructors, 8 hours a day, plus the education that is in the back office that we have. Skype room, swing trading calls. There's a lot to it. Now, one thing, remember we talked about recognizing your stop loss. Remember we talked about, what did we talk about? Let me see. No, not this way. This is not a good way to find it. Remember we talked about if you have a continuation and a rejection and then a continuation above it here, you would rather take a trade if you're looking for a long or a short. Let's say you're looking for a long, you're going to trade it from here, right? Because this is a rejection. Remember we talked about your stop loss will be here? You guys remember this? It doesn't make sense if your stop loss is here, right? If your stop loss is here, it doesn't make sense. So now, let me do some math for you. You'll understand how crucial this is to any trader. This is a 5-tick stop, which is my average on when I trade, when I scalp. 5-tick stop. This is a 15-tick stop. If you learn how to trade this, you're already saving 10 ticks. Pay attention, please. I'm saving you 10 ticks. Okay, let's not be dramatic. Let's say I'm saving you 5 ticks times 3 contracts on a stop loss, right? Times $10 on a crude, times twice a day. If you just save yourself that twice a day, that's 300 times 5 days a week times 52 weeks. Am I making this up, folks? This is $78,000 on 2 stops that I'm saving you $5 on, 5 ticks on. And that's exactly what happened to me today. My first 2 trades were stop outs. I scalped in the middle. Anybody joined me today? Anybody was with me today? I had 2 stop outs back to back on NASDAQ. Yet I ended up on paper, not trading paper, on my sheet today, I put about maybe, I think I have 45 ticks in profit. I'm not counting the trade calls that I made. If I count the trade calls that I made, I'm over 150 ticks in profit. I'm counting the trades that I took. Not only I made, but I also took in my account. The ones that I called were over 100 ticks in profit. Okay? That people, I told them, this is the trade, take it. I'm taking, let's say, the YM. You can take the NASDAQ and YM at the same time. So that's exactly what happened. Very precise, very good. Of course, it's out of my head when sometimes the market is slow. I'll just sit there. I'm a patient person. When I have people in the room, whether you come in as a trial or as a student, I don't worry about entertainment. I'm not there to entertain you. So I will be sitting there. If you have a question, I'll answer it. If you don't have a question, I'll wait for a trade. You know, it's okay. I'm okay with that. So, this is to me. I think if you don't know profile, I think you should learn it. This is something that every trader has to know because it will give you details of what it is the market is doing next. So if you're struggling with your trades, can't see the market's direction, entries, stops, and targets, or about to quit or already gave up, or lost your taste for trading? Are you constantly funding your account? You know trading can be very good. It's very easy if you are patient. See, patience is what kills the traders. You know it, but you don't wait for it. Okay? Let me see. I have a couple of things to mention before I go because we still have another 15 minutes. I don't want to be late for the next person. Let me see what I have. In 2000, last year, I decided, you know what? Thanks, Amiron. Appreciate it. In 2000, summer of last year, I decided in doing one thing. I decided to add a value. And of course, for those who know me, I started with simple Forex room and then grew it because of the methodology. What I do, folks, any methodology that you know or you do, and you should agree with me, everybody, you have to improve on it. You cannot, it's not a static market. This market improves. This market changes. So students who learned my methodology, the system I was trading, or not the system, but if I was trading a certain level last year or 2 years ago, that level, if I was trading it religiously, this year I'm trading it differently because market changed. So personally, and you should do the same, once a week, I grab one of my trading videos. Believe me, 4 hours, and I watch it all. I grab the points. I have a physics degree, so I love to learn. I love books. I love math. So I learn from my mistakes. If you're with me for at least 2-3 years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's always an improvement, and as a member, you have unlimited membership. You will get that improvement. Okay. So last year, I was tired of realizing that not too many students are benefiting from this. Why is that? Because we have a trade, we would have a trade, and I will tell them, guys, this trade is going to touch this area, and it's going to go down, and we have 300 ticks move. Many students will just take this trade, and after 5 ticks, they will get out. Or after 6 ticks against them, they will get out. Or they will take the trade, and they are happy, 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 happy. It goes against them halfway. They making 20 ticks profit, and it's the market closing. So they don't have an account to sustain the overnight margin. So they will close it. I would make 300 ticks. They would say, Simon, we made 20 ticks. So if I post 300 ticks in my record, I would get hammered with criticism. Okay, so who cares about what I post anymore? What I care about is how much are you making in your pocket. For example, today I called a trade on NASDAQ. I said there's a NASDAQ short. This is the top of the day. Take it. I did not count it. Now, if I count this trade in my favor, it went for about 15 points. If I count this in my favor, 15 points times 4 times 3 contract, that's a big number. That looks very good on my record, doesn't it? It doesn't matter if I count it or not. Did you take it? Did you make money? Did your pocket get fatter? If not, then what's the point of me counting it or not? So that's not the point. So in last summer, I decided, you know what, let's add things that I will force people to benefit from. So I added CFDs. I explored CFDs. CFDs are similar, are basically the indices, but you can use them in the spot market. You can trade them with $1 per pip, 10 cents per pip, or $10 per pip. It's up to you. I added Forex. Same thing, you can trade with 10 cents, $1 or $10. I added options. I interviewed options traders. I found out Eugene would be the best for us. I brought Eugene in. Okay? I brought Jay. in the Asian session to help us set up. Jay will every Asian session in the evening. By the way, he's going to be on Thursday. Can you, if you attend Thursday, which is 2 days from now, Thursday evening, you will see Jay plotting levels. He will give you a chart. He will give you a chart and he will plot levels on it. These levels are market rejections. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? You will not understand them if you're not a student, but students understand them. So I added things that will force our members to benefit from. And I also gear towards, you know what, you need to learn this, you need to understand it. Otherwise, you will keep jumping from a trade room to a trade room. You have to understand the market is dynamic. If there's no trade, there's no trade. You know, what can you do? The entire month of May was crappy. You know, the entire month of May, if you look at the volume profile, the way we see it, the market was stuck. So many traders that are not part of the membership, that they emailed me. I have a lot of people on my Skype. They told me they've been suffering with the market. I kept everybody, and I mean, if they followed me in the safety, my results were not as good, but they were not losing. You know, I would make much less. Last week, the market moved over 1,000 ticks in 2 days. Does that count? No. Why would it count if you did not benefit from it, right? It counts in my sheet, makes me look good. But my point is, try and learn it, try and understand it, and try and learn to become a trader on your own. You cannot depend on anybody else. In our culture, we say a bold man will not get satisfied unless he scratches his head with his own hands. Right? So that's what we do. Any questions? Options. Since we introduced options, this is the graph. We had a couple of stop outs on options recently, but this is the graph. This is from May 1st until now. So it's been May, June, and now. So 2.5 months. This is the graph. And these trade calls not only made verbally, but also being typed. They get typed into the room. For example, if not today, and please, if anybody's a student or a member, confirm this. Yesterday, I spotted a reversal on yesterday. This is the reversal I spotted yesterday on NASDAQ. This is the reversal I spotted on NASDAQ. Right away, Eugene said, Simon spotted the top of the day. Let's do options QQQ. That's it. Any questions? So he did options on QQQ. He put it, the type of options call that he recommended. Everything was typed as well as verbally, and it's also recorded in our session 2.